So this is the crawl space, and there is a solid concrete foundation, and we have a ledger board here. Ledger, and doing a little film for you. And you can see they've added some beams here, and they're not tied down; they're just on jack screws. And yeah, I think we're gonna recommend a get a foundation coming in, and it's very low crawl space. And they have a new sewer line, which we like to see, and then looks like a beer can down there. That's what we always like to see. No, but there's been I'm not sure it's bolted. You can't find any bolts. So you can see we like 12 inches. Well, after 1936 it was required, but this is built in 1917. But it survived quite a few earthquakes, and so it's always best to be bolted. Hi, this is Greg Noyes of Pacific West Home Inspections, and I'm doing a house down in Los Angeles on Fountain. It's built in 1917, and they've gone through it, and today was mentioned it was a flipper, but it's more of a restorer, and it's very clean. A lot of things we've seen today was nicely done. Now up in the attic here, they've added a skylight over the kitchen, and we do skylights. You're cutting one of the rafters here, the middle one, and typically we'll put a header across from this rafter here all the way across the other rafter to take the load. So they added somebody propped in this 2x4, and then on this other side here they've added a 2x4 here. But it's not the proper way of doing it. And if you take the light, if I take my flashlight across, it shows that this center 2x4 is lower than the two outer 2x4, so it's had some slopage or deflection there. And then on the other side of the house, the front side, they've added some bracing here. I'll see if the light will pick up on them. And they have some vertical bracing up front. We use a purlin system now, and that, I want to bring the light over back to this side of the house. That would take put a piece of wood across all the rafters midway, and then they'd brace that up, and that gives you a more stable type of bracing. They have a 2x4 type of rafters, and they go a great distance, so there'd be a deflection, so we do want to use a purlin or some additional bracing. And some of the rafters are not braced, so there'll be those rafters, when you go to the roof, you'll see a deflection where they're caved in. Now they have they do have a rock wool type of insulation here, and then some of the bays, ceiling bays, are empty. You want to move the insulation around. The guy who built this skylight moved around and never put it back. So there's some things that need to be upgraded here, and they put a beam across here to take the load, which we like to see. But some other additional things need to happen as well. Again, this is Greg Noyes, Pacific West Home Inspections, and I can be reached at 818-362-5578. Again, this is a 1917 home. So this is the same house, and they have the skylight here. You can see the different colors of the shingles they put in, and the middle of part of the skylight behind there is low. That's due to that rafter. and you got the bougainvillea on the back side of the house. You want to cut that back. And then they have these vents here, and this hood here is for your that's for your exhaust fan in your bathroom, and these other two little 1.5 inch here for your vents for your laundry room and kitchen, and that half dome there where my shadow of my head is, that's for your ventilator for your kitchen. And so it's newer shingles, and then they've recently put in this skylight. So there's a slight deflection from the peak of the house roof to the edge, and that's due to the lack of bracing in the rafters. So again, this is Greg Noyes, Pacific West Home Inspections.